It's good to have you back and welcome to my channel. This video is the part 2 of the series of my videos on Introduction to SPSS for Beginners. In this part, I'll be showing you how to save data in SPSS and how to load already saved SPSS data file into the data view window. My name is Titocan and this is Titocan Solutions, a YouTube channel for improving the knowledge of how to do things. If you are already a subscriber to my channel, you must have seen the part 1 of my video series on Introduction to SPSS Software for Beginners. In that video, I described in details how to enter or load data into SPSS as well as how to define the properties of the variables. If, however, you are new to my channel, please, I encourage you to see the part 1 of this video first in order to fully understand what we are doing in this video. If you don't mind, you can subscribe to this channel so that we are happy to carry you along our journey of learning how to do things. Since this video is a continuation of the part 1, we will assume we have just entered or loaded the data from Excel into the SPSS data view window and we have completely defined the properties of the variables. The next thing we can do now is save this data. And you can do this either at the data view window or at the variable view window. This is the first objective of this video, but you might want to know the importance of saving the data in SPSS. Let me tell you. When you save the data in SPSS, you have succeeded in converting the data from Excel file format to SPSS.xav file format. This means whenever you return to the data in SPSS, you don't have to start all over again to define the properties of the variables or give variable names to the data. Once you have saved the data, everything you had entered remained unchanged. So when you load the data back into SPSS, you can begin the analysis of the data at once, except there is any specific deliberate changes you intend to make to the data. Saving the data in SPSS is actually important because it saves the time of doing your analysis by going into it straight. Now, let's save our data. On the top left corner, click on File. And from the drop-down menu, click on Save As to open the Save Data As dialog box. Then from the Look In column, click the down arrow to choose a variable location or folder where you would like to save the data. The data we entered into the system has 4 variables, and here the SPSS system indicates that it is keeping all 4 variables as default option. If, however, you do not want to save the 4 variables, then click on the variable button at the right to open the variable dialog box like this. In this box, you see all your variables, their names, labels, and the order in which they appear. Whichever variable you do not want to keep, you uncheck it under the Keep column, and the variable or variables will not be included in the saved file. For example, if you don't want the variable ID to be included in the saved file, you can uncheck it like this. And when you are done, click Continue. But for me, I want all the variables saved, so I will check back the box for ID and then click Continue. Then come down to File Namespace and give the data file a name of your own choosing. So I name this file as length and weight data. Length and weight data, which is the same name as the data saved in Excel. For Save As Type column, I will leave the option here unchanged since we are saving this data to SPSS file format. If you wish to give the data file personalized security, you can choose to check the box for Encrypt File with Password. And when you click Save, the Encrypt File dialog box pops up like this. Enter a chosen password for the data in the first empty space and retype the same password in the second empty space to confirm the password. Note that any chosen password you entered is not recoverable. And if the password is lost or forgotten, you won't be able to open the data file forever. So click OK when you are done to associate the password. However, for the purpose of this video, I will click Cancel here and uncheck the Encrypt box because I don't want to password the data file. Now, click the Save button and the data is saved as .xav file, which is the SPSS file format. This is how you can save the data in SPSS. Now, let's load the data we have just saved back into SPSS in order to achieve the second objective of this video. On the top left corner, click on File. From the drop-down menu, click on Open. And from the Open options, click on Data. This dialog box opens for you to load your data. From here, navigate to the variable location or folder where your SPSS data file is. In this video, the saved data is in the folder called Data, and I will navigate there now like this. This is the SPSS data file we have just saved, and it is visible in this folder because the file format is the same as the default files of type. That is, the file format is .xav, which is the SPSS file format. Now, click on the data file to make the file name appear in the file name space. Then click on the Open button, and immediately the data view window is populated with the table of data and the names of variables, while the variable view window is populated with the defined properties of the variables. Like this, you have loaded the saved data file, and you can now go to the toolbar, click on Analyze, and from the drop-down options, select the analysis you wish to perform and continue your data analysis. In my next video, I shall continue from this stage to show you how to use SPSS to perform data analysis. This is the end of this video, and I hope the content was useful to you. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel so that you begin to receive notification as soon as I publish new and useful content. Subscription is free. Thanks for your time, and I see you again in my next video. Bye.